Hey y'all, it's Charla coming up on this week's episode of Corn Fed. When I asked you guys what you would like to see on Corn Fed, most of you said, hey, we want to know how in the world you keep up with your crazy schedule. So I'm going to take you along with me for a day in the life with Charla. Let's go. Well, my day gets started super early, and people are always saying, do you ever get used to getting up with those morning show hours? And I guess in a way you do, but man, it would sure be good to sleep in every now and then. I creep through the house. I have all of my clothes laid out for the night before, so I don't have to even go into the bedroom and turn on any lights because I want him to get as much sleep as possible. And also the baby's in there with us, so I creep out so I don't wake anybody up. But of course, first things first, I always get a big O welcome from my puppies. I always start my day with a big old glass of water, get me hydrated, get me ready to go, but I can't even function without that first cup of coffee. I take a quick shower, wash my face, try and, shake the cobwebs out, and I've always made breakfast the night before. I make my eggs and my oatmeal the night before, so again, something I don't have to think about. It's just already made, and I grab it, I grab my coffee, and I'm out the door. And on my drive into work, yes, it's so awesome because the roads are clear, there's never any traffic at 4:30 in the morning. But people ask me what do you listen to? Do you listen to The Ranch? Do you listen to the station that you're on while you're in the car? And I absolutely do. And I'm usually singing along on my way in. Pull into downtown Fort Worth, and I cannot wait to get back into our old studios, which will be in the brand spanking new Sunnet Square Plaza. It's gorgeous down there. But for right now, we are up on the 13th floor of the Wells Fargo building. We crack the mics at 5:30 a.m. and we go all the way up until 10 a.m. and it's just nonstop. Those 5.5 hours fly by. We talk about concerts, talk about what's going on during the day. We do a lot of funny stuff, but I have a blast. I have done every slot at the ranch from, the 7 to midnight slot. That's when I first started at the ranch, and then I did afternoons, and then I did middays, but the morning is my favorite, and working alongside Justin Frazell, he really is the most amazing talent. I've learned so much from him. And it's fun because we get to really rag on each other too. So that's a lot of fun. And then after 10 o'clock, we get out of the way and make way for Malone. She does our middays. And then it's usually cut a promo in a different production studio. And then I go in and I voice commercials with our guy Billy. I love Billy. Then I usually trot through the office, say hello to everybody, and then say goodbye. Because as they're coming into the office, I'm done with my day. I'm at 11 a.m. I'm done with my day, which is really nice. And then I jump in my car, and that's usually when I head off to the gym. But before I go into the gym, I usually FaceTime my best friend Hannah, and she's in Nashville, so that's why I love FaceTime. So we get a little girl time, and that's kind of like my therapy session for the day. We check in on each other, and that's why I don't have to pay a therapist. Who needs a therapist when you have a Hannah? And then it's gym time, and I make it super quick, as you saw in my workout video, just 30 minutes, but I always try and fit that in. So it's in and out of the gym, and then it's on to pick up my baby, and I'm always so excited to see her. And then we hurry home so I can make lunch for my hubby, and usually we cook everything, like we grill chicken and steak and everything on Sunday, so then we kind of have food for the entire week. So pretty much everything, lunch is usually just heating something up that we've already put on the grill on Sunday. So we've got food already prepared, I make him lunch, and then that's when we finally get to sit down and, because our schedules are so opposite too, we don't really get to see each other, but we usually see each other during lunch. And then we wave goodbye, and he goes back to school. He's a high school teacher, and he also is a football coach and powerlifting coach. So he's out the door and back at it for the afternoon. And then that's when we get a little mommy-daughter time. We get to play and read books and giggle, and that's when I play my guitar, she plays hers. She is just a ball of fun. And then I usually put her down for a nap, and that's when I kind of have my alone time, and I can kind of decompress from my day already, you know, being a full day so far, but it's really just the first of the afternoon or early afternoon. And that's when I'm able to finally grab a shower and, you know, kind of take a little moment downtime to myself. And then she wakes up from her nap, and I usually have Betsy come over. Betsy, I say she's my Betsy, and Betsy is one of Blake's favorite people in the whole wide world. So they have so much fun playing, and so she watches her while I run out the door, and that's when I do performance classes. I teach ages 14 to 19, and I've taken on students, and I kind of walk them through, you know, vocal lessons and guitar lessons, and you know, being a performer and grabbing the audience. And so it's time for a performance class. I have my performance classes at Fort Worth Sound, and I love Bart Rose at Fort Worth Sound. He is awesome. And so that's where I hold the classes, and I just use his front room. And so today I'm working with Kelsey Marie, and we're working on an audition that she has for an upcoming school talent show. But she is so super, super talented.
Oh, that was a big... I'm just kidding.
Yeah, she is great, isn't she?
And then I make my way home, and I usually am not in the mood to cook dinner, and who wants leftovers that you just warm up for a meal? So I usually swing by and grab my husband a meal from one of his favorite places. So tonight it's Joe's Pizza. You just gotta have Joe's. I mean, Plum is the best. He makes the most fresh ingredient pizza. Oh my gosh. It's not, okay, his pizza is not included in my diet video, but once a week, you better believe I'm gonna splurge on Joe's Pizza. And then it's home with the fam. The hus gets home from work, and we eat dinner and play with the baby. And then usually she goes to bed around 7 o'clock. So I get to rock her, give her a bottle, and that's when we usually either watch TV, sometimes we read the Bible, do a Bible study, and sometimes we just play on our phones and ignore each other. But it is just some time to just, we're all in the family, all in the living room, sitting together, and, you know, sometimes we talk, sometimes we don't, but that's the beauty of, you know, being a family, is sometimes you don't always have to talk. There is beauty in the silence. And for me tonight, sometimes, you know, I go to bed, usually 7:30, 8 o'clock is my bedtime. But tonight, I'm off to Billy Bob's, and I get to do the intro for Ryan Bingham, and he is so amazing. But that's another awesome thing about being a part of, you know, being a on-air personality for a radio station. You get to go and check out some amazing shows. And Billy Bob's, the world's largest honky-tonk, that is one of my favorite places. Then I finally get home, and it is so late. My feet are killing me, but I cannot wait to crawl into bed and call it a night. Well, there you go, guys. That is just an average day in my crazy life. Coming up on next week's episode of Corn Fed, I'm going to show you the making of my In My Heart music video. Love y'all!